Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson to welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And folks, Colin Cowherd is back at it again. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and sub to the channel. Well, it seems like these LeBron guys are just coming out in droves. We just finished exposing Shams after he tried to insinuate that Michael Jordan was lying, and now we have Colin Cowherd. Colin Cowherd has decided to jump into the fray. So, although a lot of NBA fans are excited that Michael Jordan has made his return to the NBA to talk basketball, a lot of people are a bit salty about it. And one of them now seems to be Colin Cowherd. Just this morning, I came across an article here from Awful Announcement stating the following. Colin Cowherd chides NBC for dragging Michael Jordan out of retirement. Turned the page on this thing. And I'm like, what? So I start reading through the article, and then as it turns out, there's actually some sound from it, from Colin Cowherd's show, where he's basically chastising NBC for bringing out Michael Jordan. But little did he know that he was going to get absolutely destroyed by his viewers over this absolutely insane take. For those of you who didn't hear what Colin had to say, I want to play it for you now, and I'm going to come back and react to this comment. Take a listen to Colin Cowherd here.
So let me say this. I thought it was cool that NBC had MJ on their coverage. He's 62. Reminiscing, embracing the good old days. The NBA is falling into a trap that baseball had for about 20 years. Here's a way to play the game. It was way better years ago. And no, it wasn't. That Pacers-Knicks series they made a 30 for 30 on was an ugly free throw shooting contest. Nobody could hit an 18-footer outside of Reggie Miller. It was a bunch of bigs who couldn't dribble, didn't have handles, and couldn't shoot past like 7 feet. But it made for a great 30 for 30. That it did. But last night, the NBA had 62-year-old MJ in the pregame and was hoping they'd get 40-year-old LeBron and 37-year-old Steph to get TV viewers. Baseball has done I gave up on regular season baseball for 20 years. Baseball's done an unbelievable job in the last 3 years. Sped the game up. They got rid of the grumpy old guys, the old veteran players. They just stopped worrying about the rearview mirror, and they started operating through the windshield. And L.A. De La Cruz, Cal Raleigh, Julio Rodriguez, Ohtani, Betts, Paul Skeens, there is so much young, amazing talent in baseball, and they are creating games in London, the home run derby, a game in a cornfield, events. Like, baseball deserves a ton of credit. For 20 years, I stopped talking about it. The last 2-3 years, I'm totally into baseball. The game's fast. There's more base runners, more stolen bases. You don't have to commit 3.5 hours in the regular season to watch a game. You sit down for 45 minutes, you can get 3 innings if the pitching's good. I like the NBA. I've been watching it since 1972. But they have a little dilemma on their hands, and that is most of the best players are international, and they're not wildly dynamic personalities. They come into the country, head down, sleep, ball, rinse and repeat. They don't want to do commercials. They don't have big shoe deals. I mean, they have some, but you don't have a Barkley. You don't have an MJ. Okay, so how do you solve it? First of all, promote, embrace, market, and over and over and over again. Get Tyrese Halliburton's not ready to play because he's injured. Get him on all the broadcasts. I want Tyrese Halliburton 24/7 on every broadcast. The guy lights the room up. What else would Cooper Flag. Put him on TV 30 times this year. 40 times, Cooper Flag. And my take on that, there's nothing against SGA, Jokic, Giannis. Great players. I mean, Jokic, best player. Şengün, unbelievable. A lot of these international guys, we didn't watch them in college. We didn't watch them in high school, right? They plop into the league, and they're unbelievable within like 2 to 3 years. Not big personalities. It's not their fault. The quality of basketball right now in the NBA is the best it's ever been. Everybody can handle the ball. Everybody can run the floor. Everybody can shoot. It's unbelievable how good the quality of play is. It is unbelievable. So it's okay. Not everything has to be globalized to the max. You can say our domestic, and I think there's a lot of things that the NBA did wrong that they're trying to switch. Adam Silver would admit this. Please embrace college basketball. College basketball's best players are now staying in college longer because of the NIL. Embrace March Madness. Put your arms around March Madness. Get Ant on TV, Cooper Flag on TV, and get Tyrese Halliburton on every network, Amazon, NBC, ABC, ESPN during your telecast. The kid is completely likable. He's engaging. He's funny. So my take is the last American MVP was James Harden in 2018. That is your reality. The best players are international, and they're unbelievable. I mean, KD is not the player Alperen Şengün is last night. Şengün can hit threes and pass and rebound. And it's unbelievable how good these international bigs are. Unbelievable. But we've seen the KD and the Steph and LeBron and MJ62, and they're all great. But you got to turn the page on this thing. You got to market your young guys. Baseball's done it. Take a page from baseball. They've done a great job.
Excellent. So you heard what he had to say. Now, I want to quickly read some of the blowback of what he had to say. This was actually posted on his Colin Cowherd page on Twitter. It says, one guy says, and you don't have to show this, by the way. One guy says, you never dribbled a basketball, made a jump shot, or played in anything competitive in your life, and you always have the nerve to dismiss great players and athletes. All you do is sit in front of a camera and talk because you can't do anything near what those athletes do. Jealousy. Another guy said, MFer, that's Jordan. The hell are you talking about? Another guy says, game needs to change, not marketing. NBA has some of the best marketing of all sports. Hot take by Herd. I think he's getting too old for this sort of take. Let's just read through another one. This is some take, Colin. You should go to, then make your way for younger sports guys. Same for inside the NBA. They're all over 53. Another guy says, dumb ass take from Cowherd. Get the F out of here. And it just kept on going on. Another guy, incorrect. You keep Michael Jordan at the forefront of the NBA while implementing better marketing for the young bucks. You keep the ties to the past active. You continue to link Michael Jordan. And another guy said that. And people just kept on roasting him. These are his viewers. These are people that are following him on Twitter. They just kept on roasting him. But here's the reason why I think they brought back Michael Jordan. If LeBron James had done his job paying the game forward, in being a truly fantastic ambassador for the game and moving the NBA forward, they wouldn't need to go back and get Michael Jordan. Have you been watching some of the ratings over the last few years? Have you been watching it? If the NBA was at an all-time high with ratings and we're doing so excellent, why would they need to go get Michael Jordan? They're essentially using Jordan to launch an entire network again. Sports division. The excitement is through the roof for Michael Jordan. Just that 3-minute clip, everybody has reacted to it. Everybody, positively. Even one of your colleagues, Bill Simmons, he came out and had some positive remarks for it. But here you come. Here you come. You're worried about Michael Jordan. Why don't you tell LeBron to leave? Why don't you tell him to leave? And I don't know why these guys try to make a job out of dissing the greatest player in the sport. I don't know why they always feel like they'll come out on top. But this is what Colin has been doing since he was on FS1. I used to see him on shows with Jason Whitlock and Chris Broussard. He was always taking shots at Michael Jordan. He was the one that said LeBron James has a more impressive career than Michael Jordan. What are you talking about, bro? Why is Jordan such a star point for so many of you guys? Why are so many of you guys bothered by his present? Why? He didn't even come back with any agendas. He's just talking basic basketball. But that's the one you chose to single out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Maybe if LeBron was doing his job, the NBA would probably have record ratings, and then there wouldn't be a need for Michael Jordan. But you know it's bad when your own audience is roasting you in the comments. It's not me. His own audience members are putting a flamethrower to his ass and saying that was a horrible hot take. I rest my case. Catch you guys on the next show. I'm out. Peace.